Hi, my name is Tony. I'm 27, based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and this is Financial Audit.
Las Vegas, Nevada. What do you do there for a living?
Live. I don't really work. I have a couple stores that I go to. I'm a sales representative for a company.
Okay.
I have a lot of stores out of California and Nevada.
That you're a representative of or to from another company?
Yeah. So the company's Linco Products. We service truck stops, gas stations with miscellaneous things, a lot of stuff for trucker supplies. So we deal with that kind of thing.
Okay, so you have ongoing stores in your circuit, essentially?
Yeah.
Very
Just
cool.
A roster of places I go, LA being kind of majority where the stores are.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible from Vegas.
No, 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's one of my biggest stores. I have to be there twice a week. So that's why I live in Vegas.
Gotcha. So heavily commission based?
Yeah, all commission based.
Okay, what would you guess? Or we could look at last year, something like that. What are you bringing home a month, a year?
Pre-tax?
Sure, we can do pre-tax to start with.
Pre-tax, just starting out, and that was my first year not being full commission the whole year, but it was, I want to say at least 120,000, maybe 110 before.
Okay, wow. You said that was your first year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not full commission though.
Okay, what do you think it's going to be full commission?
Honestly, probably not too far off. Probably 130, if depending on how much I sell. Who knows during summer.
What'd you do before this?
I was a manager at a gas station.
Okay, so this is a big jump up, I assume.
Yeah. The gas station, we had one of the guys from the company I work at now service us.
Oh, okay.
And so when I was leaving, he asked me if I had a job lined up. I said no, I'm just quitting, and he offered me a job with the company. So
very good.
Worked out.
Cool. So no state income tax in Nevada.
I know, very nice.
But after taxes, what are you bringing home on average on a monthly basis?
On a monthly basis, so I guess the better way to put it would be, because it fluctuates anywhere from maybe 10 to 12 grand before tax.
Okay.
And then I take 30% off the top and I put that away.
Oh, so this is contract.
Yeah, I'm at a 1099.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, it would be really cool if they took the tax away and I was just getting that much. No, I have to take my own taxes away. And so after that,
it's 10 to 12 pre-tax?
Yeah. And so after that, it's probably around $8 grand a month.
Well, still, that's pretty good. I know Vegas is getting kind of expensive, but in general, $8,000 a month post-taxes. Cool. So what, in general, before we jump into it from your perspective, is your financial situation? I
think going off of like your rating of like out of 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10 being I don't waste any money.
And everything's perfect. You're in real estate.
Yeah, which is not the case.
Oh, okay.
I would say probably I'm like at a 6. I spent a lot on food, tons. I feel like it's everybody's thing. It's a lot on food and miscellaneous, like, I don't know how to say it. Like,
it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's about allocation within the budget to your income.
Okay, so when it comes to that, I'm never worried about my bills. I'm never worried about money for not having enough to pay for anything that I need. I've been paying off my debts slowly. I do kind of a reverse budget.
So there are debts?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I reverse budget where I take away everything that I need to make sure that's all taken care of. Everything that's like my monthly bills, my rent, what I want to do for paying off certain debts, all that's taken out right away. And then whatever's left is more my working expenses, because there's a lot of those. And then the miscellaneous, whatever I'm feeling. Like it's the rest for me to be able to live and just do what I want.
Okay. Well, we'll see if that works. Let's jump into some things here.
Yeah.
You have lots of different documents. So let's start with M1 Statement 1. Yeah? No, that's an investment.
Yes.
I'm trying to find your checking account.
That would be my Chase one. That'd be more for my personal spending.
Yeah, here it is. Beautiful. Okay. So we started with 1,182. 19,000 went in. But essentially 19,000 went out. You ended with just a few $100s more. So, I guess it depends where that's going. But, that seems like such a... That's okay if the checking account is like a transitory, account. But, again, it depends where it's going. So, let's see here. What is just management... NGM That's a big thing in Vegas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the casinos.
Oh, and you go there a lot?
No. Okay.
No. Well, that was initially what's on here, $40 and $20, and we're having Steam purchases, and we're going Amazon things, and you're spending a lot at the gas stations. It doesn't look like all gas because these are on the same day. McDonald's and Amazon. So, in so many gas stations, it makes sense. You stop at them a lot, but why are you giving them all your money? You're supposed to be making money off of doing sales to them. You're just like dropping $5 here, $7 here. You know, money.
And I do. It's waters. It's energy drinks, snacks.
This is why you buy big packs of them.
Yes.
Keep them in your...
And I would, usually, and I would have them in my car. But I don't do that as often anymore.
Okay.
I started off that way because when I was training, the guy that I was training with, he did that. He had the big packs of water and stuff like that, so he wouldn't have to be buying all the time. That makes complete sense.
Yep, that's what I do.
That way I'm not spending unnecessarily small transactions over the course. They add up like crazy, which they do. I just don't.
Okay.
I just still buy the energy and stuff like that as I go.
White Castle, In-N-Out Burger, also known as the worst burger ever. McDonald's, DoorDash. You have a Dash Pass. You have a subscription to a service that you already pay way too much to use.
A lot of DoorDash.
Again, spending crap ton on gas stations that aren't just gas. Flying J, who even knows what that is? Maybe that's a gas station, but it's $4. Yeah, so Barstool.
Yeah. The city.
Oh, it's an ATM withdrawal, so we don't even know where that went. And then Wendy's, and then these gas stations and Carl's Jr.'s. So you're on the road a lot, so you're probably just stopping at these drive-thrus, right?
Yeah.
Holiday Inn Express bar, $123?
That one shouldn't be the bar. That one actually is probably just the way they service it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't stop at bars like that. That one is most likely just the service, the hotel charge.
McDonald's, more energy drinks and water, and Moment House.
That's for, I believe, Creator Clash 2. The pre-purchase is what's cheaper. It's like $25 instead of $40.
Pizza. Hey, I want to be in Creator Clash. No, I don't actually. No, I'd get my beat.
Well, as standing now, maybe, but after training and stuff, who knows?
Yeah. That would require me to go to a gym. You're making money from OnlyFans? No, it's reversals.
This was, my card got, I wouldn't say hacked, but compromised. So somebody took my card information. They were buying OnlyFans stuff and McDonald's one night. They had and McDonald's. They had a good night apparently because they bought a bunch of like OnlyFans subscriptions and like $40 worth of McDonald's. Yeah. That was the one McDonald's time that wasn't me.
I see that one. Yeah.
Generally all the others.
$29. Yeah. And again, just spending so much crap at these gas stations.
Yeah.
So what's made me a little nervous so far is none of the money that we've gone over have gone to barely anything useful. It's just like a little bit of gas for your car, because you need that for work, and a couple grocery stores, but everything else has just been BS. Now here's finally something. Here's a big chunk goes out to rent. So we know your rent is $1,534.
Which is not the case anymore.
Why is that?
I moved. So.
To a rent of what now?
$2,000.
All right, it's gone up.
Yes.
To 20% of your post-tax. Okay. I mean, that's still, okay, fine. And yeah, there's some of the reverse. This is from OnlyFans and stuff like that. Yeah. And Chipotle, dude, how long is this stay?
It's my favorite.
This is just BS. Here we go. Okay, so $1,000 went to Robinhood. I'm good with that, depending on your overall situation. But if we assume your situation is absolutely perfect, which it's not, we'll consider that good. But and then 1,500 savings. Okay, but ME or cash or Zellen to ME 2,000 or Zellen to ME 1,000. What's that?
That's me. That is my other bank account.
Oh, okay.
That's my Valley Strong or String. I typed it wrong, but it's Valley Strong. That's my bill paying account.
So 3,500 again to savings, which and then we're back to Qdoba and Alamo Store and Panda Express and Wendy's and just I'm not going to read all these. Oh my goodness, there's more.
Tons of food.
It just continues forever and tons of the gas stations and McDonald's and just YouTube Premium. I'm good with that. Okay, Steam games and McDonald's and what is this? Realty, $50. Subway.
Oh, okay. So those $50 were the applications to houses to rent.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to scroll to the bottom and see what's here. Oh, same kind of crap that's on here. Barbecue and Starbucks and Chipotle. Dude, you're just spending everything. Oh, my gosh. It's insane, dude.
Yeah.
So the money that got transferred to savings was $4,500, which is actually great. Sorry, $5,000. And then I don't know where that money went that you zelled to yourself, though, of an additional $3,000.
Yeah. So.
But also, okay, so that's your income. But you also had $500 brought in from savings, and then you also have $1,283 come in from Acorn. So we can't even count some of these. And again, $230 went in from savings. Mm-hmm. So money's coming in that isn't just your pay.
Yes.
You're transferring stuff in. So what are we doing there? $3,000 transferred in from savings. Why are we putting money into savings if we're just transferring it back? It's typically not how savings works within a single month.
Yeah. So when it comes to my bank accounts, I don't necessarily use them the way I feel like most people would, having one bank, one account, this and that. Mm-hmm. I have two bank accounts, one for all my bills. That way I know that the money set aside. It's all going to be taken out from there. I don't have to worry about it. And then this one that you're looking through is my personal spending account, work expenses, a lot of personal expenses, and then the savings account under this account for Chase is where I put my rent. So I just take my rent out, put it into my savings. That way I know I have it. I'm not going to touch it. It's going to be there for the end of the month or for the first of the month.
If you just budget, in general, you'll know you have it because you're not spending all the extra stuff.
Yeah. So I do that. And then I have my savings account and then another savings account for taxes underneath it, under Chase. And that one I send to a high yield savings account to hold throughout the year for when I'm ready to pay taxes.
All right. Well, fine. I guess this is probably the high yield savings account. HYS.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, because $24,000 starting, but you took $16,000 out, ended with $9,000.
Taxes.
Okay, that's fair. Do you do quarterly?
No. Yearly. First year doing it. Didn't really know the whole process of doing quarterly. Still don't. I need to work with a CPA probably.
Yeah. Okay, but $9,000 in an emergency fund. With your rent and what I'm guessing your expenses are, it's probably not enough. Wait, is that an emergency fund?
It is not.
Okay.
Some of it can be if need be, but it's not necessarily for that.
Is there an emergency fund somewhere that I do not have access to?
I do not have an emergency fund.
Why?
That's stupid. Use a lot of my money that I would put to...
On energy drinks?
Yes, I do spend a lot of money on energy drinks, but no, it's I use it to pay off debts.
No, before we get into the debts, let's take a look at the Robinhood that you're... So this doesn't make sense. We were in Robinhood, we were out of Robinhood, we were in Robinhood, we were out of Robinhood, and we're just in here with $684. What's even the purpose of this? What are we doing?
Yes, so this one was...
doing puts?
An experiment for me. I put $1,000 in just to see options trading. Did a long time ago. Didn't very go well. Feel like I've learned more, so I just wanted to kind of see how things would go, trying different things, more of like the market being very not much my strong suit. You know what I mean? I don't know kind of what's going on, when I should be doing certain things. More of a flip of the coin, 1 through 500. Okay, top S&P 500, top 500. Okay. You know, pick a random number. Okay, that stock is it going to go up or down? Who knows?
Why the f are we doing this if we have debts?
I don't know. It's fun.
Fun that doesn't cost money doesn't make sense, especially stupid fun where it's
just losing money.
Yeah.
I don't gamble casino. I gamble worse.
Oh, we had MGM on there, remember?
That, yes, was around for Super Bowl time, no? February? Yeah. Bets for Super Bowl.
Well, this is stupid. Stop. Pull it all out. Put it towards what I assume the debt is. Let's take a look at... Because you don't have... I don't think I have access to the other checking account.
Which one?
Whatever the other checking account is. Which is, well, just tell me what's sitting in that other checking account that's not Chase.
I sent the Valley Strong one. It should be Valley String, the attachment name at least. I know I sent it. If not, I can send it again. But
oh, yes. Okay, thank you.
That one has the 3 accounts.
It also has a loan.
That is, yeah.
Okay, so $582 in here. This is just rents and stuff?
That is not rent. That is car, insurance, credit card, the loan,
What is this loan for? $2,755.
So
what
it
is this?
Started off around $6,000.
Yeah, but what is it?
It was because I had 4 credit cards. I consolidated them into this to be able to pay it off quicker.
When did you get into credit card debt?
18.
Why?
Fresh.
Yeah, fresh.
Yeah.
But why?
Was not smart with my money. I was spending money that I didn't have.
What are you spending it on?
My tattoos was a lot of it.
Oh,
Not
really?
credit card money, but more like a big reason I went into credit card debt was I left my job and then I didn't get a new job for a little while. So I used my credit card to pay for a lot of things, which was very bad. And
That's
so I wasn't also making money to be able to pay off these credit card debts. And then I still was like, you know what? I'm going to go to an expo and I'm going to have fun with my friends and I'm going to spend all this money.
When did that turn around? When were you like, hey, I'm going to stop being a child and take care of my life?
That was when I want to say 20. I want to say 22 now. 22, 23 maybe.
Okay, that was a while ago now. Why are we still in the mess that is coming up?
Yes.
Here in the episode. Subscribe, by the way. Love you.
The consolidation didn't happen until 2021 is when I moved to Vegas. So 2021 is when I consolidated everything. I was working, not making a terribly good amount of money, still spending not smartly, but not making payments going up to this point. And so I was like finally getting more on track, making better financial decisions, trying to get everything on track so I can, actually survive and live a good, not debt life. And so things started changing really 2021, where I was taking things a lot more seriously. And when I was making a little bit more money being a manager, trying to pay things off, and at least...
Well, okay, I'm going to cut you off. Something's
Yeah.
not correlating for me, because if we decided, I'm a big boy now, all this stuff, what are we doing if we have these... we haven't even gotten into the other debts yet, but you're losing $41 of interest on just this one. Just this one. And guess what? You're still buying energy drinks like crazy, like multiple times a week. Also stopping almost every day at a fast food restaurant drive-thru and getting bottles of water. Why are we doing all this if we're grown up and we're taking care of debts? Not taking care of debts.
Fair. I took care of a lot of my other credit cards that I had. I had 4, I believe. Now I just had the one.
We consolidated as well.
Well, that was that one time, yes. And then when I got my new job, this job, I had to move to Vegas. Didn't have a lot of money saved up for that because it happened when I thought it was going to be like a month after I quit. It was like 3 months after I quit, I got the job. And so when I had to move, I had to buy a bunch of equipment, stuff to rent, the place, and I used my credit card. The discovery
Not having an emergency fund is an emergency.
Yes. It was very bad, which I didn't really learn about the whole emergency fund and a lot of this stuff until having this job and having more money and trying to learn and better myself through that. But so I re-upped basically my whole credit card, $5,000, maxed it out again after consolidating. Trust me, I hated it too. After I finally was like, cool, it's all gone. Now it's back. So I pretty much raised it back up. Now I had the loan plus an extra $5,000. So that was around 10. Of just debts like that, and the loan I still have. But the credit card I did pay off. I've got all my credit card debts out of the way, and then now it has a balance again. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're making progress.
Yes.
I am. But this still shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You could have cut the crap that you've been spending and made a bigger dent in this.
Well,
$2,755 on your income could have been gone if you weren't just spending on BS. Month to month to month to month. Day to day to day to day.
Yeah. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
But you knew that, right?
Well, yeah, to an extent.
So if you knew it, why didn't you do it?
Because...
You didn't have to have me say it. You've heard me tell other people.
Yes. The, I guess, biggest reason is getting everything under control. And after that... I wonder if I get my thoughts together first 1 second. When going back to the beginning, when I said reverse budget, I put all my money away for taxes right off the top. When I get paid, take the money away for taxes. Then it leaves me around $8,000. I take $2,000 to put it into my bill paying account, which is more than my bills are for the month. That way I always have a little extra in there just in case, who knows what happens. Or like with electricity that can go up or down. I don't really know. It's not a set amount. And then also it'll accumulate over time, having a little extra cash in there. Then after that, I take away my rent money. So we had the $8,000, $2,000 gone, $6,000 left, $2,000 gone for rent now. It's all my bills, my rent, my housing's cool. I have $4,000 left. When it comes to I put a lot of money in gas.
Which is fine for your job.
Yeah, I spend a lot in gas and I spend a lot in hotels.
Got on you for those. I never called them out.
No. That's what I'm saying. But, so generally, I try to leave. I think that left me with $4,000. I try to leave $2,500 just for like work expenses, and I do count food as work expenses, not on the days when it's like the weekend or whatever.
Pack a sandwich, dude. Get a cooler. Yeah. I don't care. You're trying to get out of terrible debt.
Yes. I used to
You're losing
make all my food.
$41 of interest on this relatively small debt.
I am just fairly lazy when it comes to making food.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're trying to justify it. No.
Yes.
It doesn't
my
make
bad.
sense.
I'm not trying to justify. Okay. I was. My bad.
So we're going to be we're just going to be laying out these debts. But to start with, you have that Valley debt, personal loan, $2,755.75 with $226 minimum monthly payment with $41.63 of interest lost on a monthly basis. Let's go through your other cards.
Yep.
Okay, Synchrony. Let's see here. Oh, that's a balance, isn't it? Is this paid off every month or is this balance held?
Synchrony.
That's a big balance.
Is it $3,000 or is it 11? $9,000.
Yeah. $9,000 out of. Okay, wait a second.
Isn't Synchrony my high yield savings?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's on me. Never mind. Let's ignore that one.
I was like, $9,000 doesn't sound familiar for debt.
No. I was going to say that balance hurt me, but it's not a balance. So, no, it is a balance of your savings. Discover.
Yes.
That's a card. Looks like you pay this one off every month, though.
Yeah, like I said, I paid that one off. I used it again because my card got compromised, so I didn't have a card for a while. So I was using that one for the gas from Sam's Club, gas and food mainly. So,
okay.
And hotels, but I was using it for my work stuff.
Crap.
I want to get a more work-related credit card anyways to kind of really...
Why? It's going to just encourage you spending continued BS because on here we just have DoorDash. Bass Pro Shop, yeah, you need that for work. And DoorDashing, do we need that for work?
No, it's a lot of DoorDash. No,
yeah.
No. I want to use it specifically just for hotels, for miles and stuff, and gas because you get miles.
DoorDash, Crunchyroll, that's certainly not needed. Yes, sushi, probably not. And again, lots of gas and just... hotels, but we're not going to discount those for work. So, but going into gas stations to buy drinks and stuff, absolutely no.
All the time.
Not needed. DoorDash, Roblox? Come on.
Yeah.
Dude, DoorDash, Chick-fil-A, DoorDash.
Yeah, it's all DoorDash.
Dude, this is insane. You're just spending so much money on here.
Yeah.
Amazon, DoorDash, dude. Stupid. You pay this off every month, but you've paid $44.79 in interest this year on this card. So do you actually pay it off?
That's all I was using my card for, was for food.
I know, but do you actually pay this off? You've lost $50 in interest this year. We're only almost 3 months in.
Yes, I do. I paid it off, I think, in January.
That's when you were done?
When it was fully cleared, and then...
Now you always pay it off, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one I don't count. That one I count as like more of my emergency card because it has a high balance, just in case I need it for anything crazy.
Emergency card is a stupid concept.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to use it for that. But if I had it, just in case, I don't know. I just have it. I haven't cut it yet. All my other cards, when I was done with them, just cut them in half.
Hey, what is this? Oh, you have $18,000 in Chase savings?
That was a $16,000 moved to savings because it was taken out.
How much is in there right now?
The payment's $2,000.
I had hope for a second. So that's it? You just had that one credit card debt?
For credit cards, yeah, because I had other ones that I paid off. So those are gone now. Now it's just that one, which I used for the time, and then I paid
here we go. There's a motorcycle thing.
Yes. Motorcycle car, and then the motorcycle car, the loan, and the one credit card that I reused. Those are all my debts.
One credit card that you reuse?
The Discover, because I paid it off, but I reused it when I card compromised, and then I just started using it a little more fun, which is why I can't trust myself with credit cards.
Why do you need a car debt and a motorcycle debt? You're the second person that's done this now. Why do you need this?
Car for work, obviously. Motorcycle, because I had a motorcycle, and then my girlfriend at the time got a new one, and I was like, oh, I want that too. And so I bought one, which was a terrible decision.
And now she's not even your girlfriend.
No.
Because you said at the time. So I'm glad she has a lingering effect of motorcycle debt. $172 on a minimum monthly basis, and motorcycle debt $3,935.01. Oh, okay. When is this done? What is the length?
Probably the longest length that could have been 72.
How long have you had it?
It was a 2021 brand new motorcycle, so then.
Stupid.
Yeah. I don't even ride it.
CarMax auto financing? CarMax auto financing?
What's wrong with CarMax?
It's just stupid. You could get probably a better we'll see.
Yeah.
What is the interest rate on this bike debt?
The bike, I want to say it's 18.99 maybe.
Death.
Yeah, not good. Should be lower.
Yeah. 19%. Okay. Well, let's look at this CarMax thing.
Yeah.
11,947. When did you get this?
May of last year? Yeah, May of last year.
Dang, so this is fresh. What's the payment length or the loan length?
I don't think I did 48. Maybe it was 48, maybe it's 72.
Oh, jeez, dude, why? Why'd you go so big with these? Because you were talking about how you wanted to better your life well before then, but you literally just did this a year ago.
I feel like my thinking was it'd be lower payment so I could pay it more towards it, be paying off faster. I don't know. Not very good thinking about it.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
12.45% interest rate with a minimum monthly payment, $314.71. Those are your debts, though.
Yes.
Those are your debts? 3 debts. Okay. All right, so your total debt pile is $18,639.46 with minimum payments of $713.21. It's a big minimum monthly payment. I mean, it's almost 10. It's almost 10%. Oh, it's 11%. It's 11% of your income, dude.
Dang.
Your minimum monthly payment, 11% of it's going to debt. Did you know that?
No.
Just
putting
minimum
in percentages
monthly payment.
makes it sound a lot. It's just better hearing it that way.
It's a chunk.
Yeah.
That's a chunk. 10% in anything is a good chunk. In like one of any category.
Yeah, especially for a motorcycle I don't even use.
And then you have $2,000 in rent.
Yeah.
So I mean and then you're just spending all this money. You spend $1,000 on DoorDash on that one card.
Yeah.
And then so we're really draining this $8,000 to nothing because you're just living high and crazy right now, which it's fun to do. I get it. Like, you get a nice income for the first time in your life. You just completed the first year and you're like, woo, let's go.
Yeah.
But let's go, let's go pay off this debt instead. Yeah. Doesn't that make more sense?
Yeah. That's what I want to do. That's what I've been doing slower with other cards and stuff.
Way slower than you should have. This should not be here. Where this is for the income you're bringing in, there's no excuse that this is here from last year. There's no excuse. This should be gone. Yeah. And this should be gone, pretty damn soon, honestly.
Okay.
So, let's build out your budget and then let's see how quickly we can pay this off if we actually strap down, be a mature adult who wants to better our lives, yeah?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, of the budget, $2,000 goes to rent. How much goes to utilities, including internet as well?
Let's say $250. I don't know. Gas isn't really that much. My electric bill last month was like $12.
Okay, $250.
Yeah, I'll say $250. My internet's like $100.
So your contractor, you pay for your own health insurance? And your parents' health insurance?
Yeah, not
what's the status?
27, so no longer health insurance. Don't have a health insurance.
Why?
Not necessary
It's
in the state of
dangerous.
Nevada for a job.
It's dangerous,
cannot
though.
enroll until, I believe he said it was October, November.
Who said that?
I was calling companies to try to find a health insurance to get. There's certain times you can enroll, apparently.
Get on health insurance.
Yeah.
Was there car insurance on a monthly basis? Car insurance on a monthly basis?
$117
for both.
Motorcycles like It pays for 6 months. So like, I only pay it for 6 months, but it covers the whole year.
Okay.
So like, I'm not paying at the moment for that. And I want to say that's also in total.
Is your gas reimbursed?
No.
Did you drive?
Nothing
How much do you spend on a monthly basis in gas?
Oh man. So let's say I put in 45 to fill up, and I fill up maybe 5-6 times a week.
A week? Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 to 6 times a week. We'll call it 6 just to be extra, and it's 45 to fill up. 52 weeks in a year. Divide that by 12 months.
Doesn't sound.
Wait, 45. 45 each?
Yeah, about.
Times 6 a week?
Yeah.
Times 52 divided by 12. There we go. So gas is probably 1,700. What's the mileage on your car? What is your car?
My car is a Hyundai Veloster 2014.
How is the status of this thing? You're putting miles on it.
About 80,000 miles. I'm at 144,000 now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How's she doing?
It's doing fine. Regular maintenance. Got new tires recently.
Do you have like a monthly maintenance?
Like thing that I should put money towards? No, I don't. But I get what you're talking about.
Might be smart.
Yeah. Most of the time, whenever something happens, it's
in your situation specifically. Yeah.
Yeah. I oil change once every 2 weeks. About.
Really? That's crazy. So how much does that cost every?
It's
month?
like $55.
So
a month. Sorry.
110 then a month.
Yeah. You could say.
Tires. Learn how to do your
happen.
own.
Tires. Oh, I can. My apartment complex that I used to live at, they didn't allow you to work on your car. So now this house, I can do that again. My own.
Okay.
I can do I know how to work on my car and do car stuff for everything. So I can now finally work on my car and do everything I need to.
Okay.
Except tires. Can't do that myself.
Then we have the minimum monthly payments of debt of $713.21. Now, what I'm going to have you do, just while you're getting out of debt, you don't have to do this forever, but just while you're getting out of debt, you're going to go buy a big, cheap cooler. Cheap, just from the grocery store. Styrofoam one. I don't care. Then when you stop at gas stations, instead of buying a bunch of drinks, you're buying ice. Now, what you're buying are big packs of the drinks that you like. The energy drinks. You're buying... you're drinking hotel coffee if you like coffee, or you're brewing it at home before you leave. You are getting lunch meat. You are getting bread to put in your trunk. You're making sandwiches. You're getting chips. You're getting whatever that you want to eat, but you are buying it, and we are done eating out for just a little bit because your income is powerful and
being wasted.
Right now, I think just because you do have to cater this a little more to other people to put this on the road. But just getting that stuff and getting the ice, we're going to do groceries, $500. Also, for someone who's on the road a lot, you spend a lot on rent.
I know, it sounds that way, huh?
Then I'll give you $100 for toilet paper and crap like that you need. Any other minimum monthly payments that you have to take care of that you can think of? Things that are in your life that on a monthly basis.
Something that... I'll say I put money towards. I don't want to say exact details. They're personal details, not for me, but for my family. I help one of my family members.
One of them?
I give them money, yeah.
How much?
$500.
All right. How long have you been doing that?
That just started.
All right.
Sorry, it's been 2 months now, so this next month will be the third.
Are you enabling bad behavior?
No. Okay. I'm correcting bad behavior for them. I can talk about it off camera.
No, it's fine. You don't have to say anything you don't want to.
No, I don't mind saying it. I just don't want to say it on camera.
No, I know.
The only reason they're getting this is if they don't have bad behavior. If one inkling of bad behavior no longer happens.
Oh, okay.
So
kind of positive reinforcement version.
Yeah.
So this thing with your family for $500 on a monthly basis, is there agreed upon length of time, or is it indefinite?
And indefinite, yeah. I guess you say. Until
$500 a month?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Until things kind of get under control on their end.
So on the spot, we can always miss some things that are required on a monthly basis to survive. But what we have right now, $2,000 for rent, $250 for utilities, $117 for car insurance, $1,170 for gas, $110 for oil changes, $713 for your minimum debt payments, $500 for groceries, $100 for toilet paper and other stuff that you need for the apartment to keep your apartment functional, and $500 given to a family member. What's your cell phone bill on a monthly basis?
Cell phone bill is $110.
Are you financing a phone?
No, not anymore.
Who is this through?
Verizon.
Yeah, Verizon's the expensive one.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the road a lot. It's that, and also my iPad for work has a line. So it always has signal. That's where I put all my orders through. It has to have signal. Well, that's what I thought at first, but I could probably just do hotspot.
Yeah, you 100% can, because
Yeah.
I do hotspot.
When I started, they were like, "Oh, it's never as good. Signals, blah blah."
Well, of course, they're trying to sell you.
Well, no, not Verizon. My work. The guy that I was with, he tried hotspot for a while and he didn't like it. But anyways, most of the time, my iPad does have better signal, but it's. I have another guy that I work with, and he uses a hotspot. I'm like, oh, I don't know this.
Fine. So I would just cancel that. Either way,
yeah.
This is what's your minimum monthly payments to survive your needs category is $5,570 on an $8,000 take-home pay, meaning that your needs category is 70% of your income. 70% of your income. That's disgusting. That's 20% over what it can be at its max in order to live a sustainable life.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Has it felt like you've lived at 70%?
No.
Then have you ever sat down and you do a reverse budget? Have you done the percentages? Have you seen where your money is going?
I've never done percentages. I know my money's going towards food. That's pretty basically it.
Yeah, because if there's only 70% going to needs, then everything else essentially has to be going to, well, I mean, the Robinhood was trash, so it was nothing. So the rest is just going to... We can take a look at a couple M1 accounts real quick.
Yeah.
They weren't really much, but...
No, just started trying to get those rolling. Roth IRA.
Yeah, $515 in a...
That should be the Roth.
That's your Roth? Okay, so it's not even close to maxed out for the year.
No, what I'd like to do is $500 a month.
Okay, good. You can do a little higher than that now because it's the... Well, wait.
1 month it could be like $750, but it's $6,500 now? No? Or is it $7?
It's $6,500.
Yeah, $6,500.
And then $266 in another account? Or
Yeah, it's another M1.
Accounts?
It's just a lot of dividend kind of accounts.
Okay. I'd be maxing out the Roth instead of doing this. Okay, so all your money is going to because that's nothing. So your retirement's nothing. So you're definitely behind on retirement.
Oh, yeah, easily.
And we're playing around with swing trading and doing shorts on different stocks. This is bad, dude. So essentially what you have to do, even getting rid of the debt... So even if you get rid of your minimum monthly debts, you just get rid of all these bad high interest debts, 60%, 61% is still going to needs. So your needs is overblown. You're just proportioning out things that don't make sense. A lot of it is the gas. If you know a certain thing is higher, like gas, then you can't do $2,000 in rent anymore. You can't do it. You can barely do the $500 in groceries, and you're traveling all the time. You definitely can't afford this thing you're doing to your family. You need to cut the iPad thing and probably just get like T-Mobile or something that's like $70. I do $70, and T-Mobile's fine. So, at least here, I know it's different in every part of the country. So, either way, $2,000 of rent on your income, okay. But when you're doing $1,170 in gas on a monthly basis, you have to take from somewhere else. Because your needs is overblown, even without the debt. So you just moved into this place, didn't you?
Yep.
You're moving down next time, unless your income goes drastically up, but you can't afford it. It doesn't work. Unless you get a job where you can make the same amount of money, but you don't have to pay for gas and oil changes. You know? It doesn't work anymore. You have to cut from groceries. You have to cut from your cell. You can't do the family thing anymore. You have to cut this down. Too much is going to your basic survival on a monthly basis. Does that make sense?
It does. It doesn't feel like that. But it doesn't feel like that because I'm also not really putting anything towards retirement or anything.
Yeah.
So in
your money's
in the state of just living, I'm perfectly fine. Like,
but of course you're not.
I don't feel negative. I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong other than spending.
But you know you are though, correct?
But I know I'm not setting myself up for the best.
You'll be dying on the Walmart floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's what happens.
In your 90s. No, you don't want that.
I'm not going to be 90.
Okay. But you don't want that, right?
No. If that's what happens, it'll happen.
No. Why not prepare for it? I'm so confused. So you would rather this than save for retirement?
Well,
is that what you're telling me right now?
Hoping I make it to retirement. Yeah.
Okay, let's just talk about the average American. You will, if you're an average American.
Yeah.
Our life expectancy is much lower than the other industrialized countries. But either way, you would still make it to retirement, statistically speaking. Unless there's something I don't know about.
No.
Okay.
I've always just thought I was around 50.
Okay. Why has like 1 out of every 4 people said that on the show? I don't know.
Really?
That's a bad mindset. Just stop. If you're unless you're a statistical, outlier, you'll probably make it to retirement. So would you rather?
I would much rather make it to retirement. Mainly, I would rather have something to be able to give
to someone else
if I have them.
Okay. Well, my question still stands then, because the way you just talked, is this okay, or are you going to change it? Like, we haven't even talked about what to change yet.
Mm-hmm. So, to me at the moment, yes, it's okay. I'm fine with the way I live, and I don't want to give an excuse, and it'll sound like that, but I'd rather, I guess I could tell a story, but I don't know. It's up to you if you want to hear it or not. Other than that,
you can hear your attempted justification.
That's why I would like to change things to be able to have some sort of financial future.
So you want to change.
That's why I've been doing slowly, very slowly, changing things, but I have been changing things.
With what you just said, though, saying that you think this is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that gives me no confidence, though. Come on, dude.
So
if you don't think this is wrong, then what change would ever be done?
The fact that the fact of hearing it, like seeing all this and hearing it, is very much like a very big eye opener of wow, this makes so much more sense when you say it in percentages.
Okay.
Versus me, I never did it in percentages. I would always just do it in just on a spreadsheet, just seeing how much I would need, making sure I have everything taken care of. My attempt of justification.
Sure.
This is something you might want to cut. It's up to you. 2021, December 30th, I was going to kill myself. And so it didn't matter. Like at the time, I was still working on everything, trying to get everything better. Mm-hmm. That's where this comes in, like what I wear. I couldn't find this that night. I looked in a specific spot where I hid it. I always had it in a certain spot. I looked for it that night, couldn't find it. So I didn't go through with it. But then I found it like a week later in the exact spot I looked for. It just showed up, same spot. So I feel like it wasn't meant to happen. And for me, the past year, 2022, was more of a, wow, I'm here. I would not have experienced any of this if I made such a drastic choice and was not here to be able to experience these things. And I experienced a lot of things. A couple of friends got married. Very exciting,
You wouldn't be here in Austin getting yelled at.
Exactly. Yeah. And to some, who knows, that might be better. But it's a bad joke. Yeah. So I was able to experience a lot of life and I experienced a lot of things that I would not have normally. And so for me, just being here and being alive is very exciting and very cool. I'm being able to do all these things. So that's why it's been a little slower in the sense of trying to get things better. I do want to get things better because I want to be able to live till I can at least turn 59 and a half and get my money out of my Roth IRA. Okay. I want to have kids and I want to have a family and I would love to have all those things. But that's why now it's totally fine. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm able to do these things now. I don't feel like I'm struggling at all. All my bills are always paid. I never feel like each month I feel stressed about money. Mm-hmm. I just feel fine. Okay. But I know I can do better and I want to do better and I want to be able to have a future to look forward to, which I do. But it's just the getting there. That's not sure. It's still an excuse and it's still what it is, but that's more or less where my mindset comes from. As long as I'm able to be alive and I'm happy, which I have been.
Well, I get it, and it's helpful. I get it, and it's helpful. Let me just say, first and foremost, I am very happy you are here today, just in general, amongst us in the world, and that, what you almost went through, you didn't go through. I mean, and that's incredible, and I'm very happy you're here, and I'm very proud of you for that, because that is the hardest place anyone can be in life, and I'm very happy you're here today, and it's brave of you to, still be walking amongst us. And I'm very happy you are.
Thank you so much.
I am not even close to qualified to talk about mental health, but I'll ask you a couple questions. One, do you still have the gun?
Yes.
Do you think that's appropriate?
Yes.
And safe?
Yes.
Okay. 2, have you seen a therapist?
No.
Would you consider that?
I would.
Okay. I would highly encourage that.
Yes.
That's not even, I mean, I've said it a billion times. It's like beating a dead horse on the show. It's not just for anyone with any kind of mental health issues.
No.
But it's great for anyone and everyone.
I agree.
I think, especially in your situation, it's extra valuable that you should consider that. And that's where the health insurance can come in as well, because it can help take care of some of the costs. Okay, true. Yeah. So, but that is something I would consider. Yeah. And with your income, you could cash flow it as well. It's just as it is. So looking for, people in your area and, meet up with a couple therapists, see what vibes with you. Yeah. Sometimes it can take a couple times.
Yeah.
And remember, if you're dealing with anything, it's 988 if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. I don't remember the Logic song.
Yeah. So 988, you should definitely reach out if you're ever having any trouble thoughts like that, because everyone's life is definitely valuable and worth it. And I'm very happy you are here today. Mm-hmm. So thank you for sharing. That's a traumatic story. But thank you for sharing that with everyone, because I'm sure there are many people who relate to it.
I appreciate you listening.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So what we have here, getting to the money of it all, after your minimum monthly payments, what I need to know first is, are you willing to stick to this budget that I laid out here? Meaning that for a little bit, and I'll tell you how long, we're not going to restaurants.
That's fine.
We're not buying Monster Energy drinks or whatever your vice is.
It would probably be healthier for me anyways.
Okay. You can include it in your grocery bill to a certain extent. I gave you $500. Wherever that $500 goes, your choice. Yeah. I recommend healthy.
Yeah, of course.
Your choice. So with this debt and we'll give it a little extra buffer because where the interest is. But essentially, it makes sense in your situation to pay off the Valley first, then the bike, and then the car. That's the snowball method, which applies to most people. At some point, a refinance would have made sense, but with where your income is at today and the balance of these debts, I think it makes more sense to just plow through them. Yeah. And since it won't take forever, I think the snowball method makes most sense to you.
Yeah. Credit card wise, I tackled by interest rate.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
When it comes to like my loan as well, the minimum payment was $226. I don't like to make minimum payments. Yeah, I saw you were making extra payments. $700.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But essentially what you need to do is you need to put all $2,430 that you have extra remaining from this budget towards the smallest debt. So Valley's gone, in just a little over a month.
Okay.
Essentially what it's going to take 8 to 9 to 10 months for probably 9 months. 9 months of not going to Panda Express and whatever else it is. That's my advice, is usually Panda Express. Yeah. No door dashing.
Cancel my...
It's following the exact budget that we laid out, we put on screen and everything.
Yeah.
If you follow that and you put the remaining $2,430, also could be more if you make more sales, because we're doing the average. Yeah. So some months will be more, some months will be less. But either way, you follow the budget. You put on average that much towards it. You'll be out of bad... you'll be out of bad debt in about 9 months, which is actually great.
Yeah, it's not bad. End of the year.
End of the year. And then from there, with what your needs category is still too high. Once your lease is done, you need to figure that out. I'd look at this family situation. I mean, I don't want to get too involved there because you didn't want to share too much. So, whatever, I would take a look at it. I would look at the cell phone bill, cutting back where we can to get your needs down another 10%, which is now, but especially, now. But yeah, when the debt is done as well, you'll want it down as far as you can be. From there, with what your minimum monthly expenses should be of around $4,000 for your needs to exist.
Okay.
Probably want to have an emergency of $24,000.
Okay.
Right now, you had what in your high yield currently? 9,000, and then in your Chase savings, you had 2, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you condense those into the high yield at 11,000, and then we need to get another $13,000 after this emergency fund. With the extra money, not having the minimum monthly payments anymore, should take about 4 months. Fully fund your emergency fund.
Okay.
So now we're at a total of 13 months from the beginning of this process.
Yeah.
But once you're done with that in 13 months from now, so just over a year from now,
Yeah.
then you can allocate 30%, as long as your needs are 50% and less, 30% of your income can go again to eating out, to doing things that you want to do that cost money. There's free fun, but your expenses weren't necessarily always just like fun. They were just like, I'm going to eat out because I'm on the road. I'm going to do this. But either way, you can't do that for 13 months if you're going to follow this. Yeah. Unless you want to expand this out to 5 years, 13 years. And you're already almost done with the best decade of your life for compound growth when it comes to investing. So we want to start that as quick as possible, getting out of the high interest bad debts, which are the only debts that you have, as quick as possible, and getting a 6-month emergency fund as quick as possible, which would be 13 months in your situation, unless you can make more money or cut your expenses or both. And then at that point, I would put 20% or $1,600 on a monthly basis towards investing. Yeah. And then I'm not going to suggest what to invest in. I'll just say for myself, what I do, I just do general index funds, S&P 500, and real estate personally.
That's what I'm all about. I guess I can't really say all about because it's not, but.
Also, you're right. As I said 20% earlier, it's 25% of your income, so it's right on that cusp. Either way, that's what I think. That's what I think. Now, what was that number I said you should invest? 1,600?
600 a month.
We're essentially just going to say you're starting from zero. We'll say you're starting from 1,000 because that's what it will essentially be, because it's not really going to change much until then. You'll be 28 at that time, so you'll have 32 years until you can start withdrawing some things. Essentially, with an annual return, just follow the general stock market of 8%. Addition of $1,600 a month. Woo, it's a great amount of money. Congratulations on your income, sir. Good job. And clearly you're doing well because it's commission-based. Would be about $2.8 million for when you can start withdrawing that money at 59.5.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty darn good. If you take into account inflation, what it would feel like in today's money, it'll be anywhere from 1.5 million to 1.9 million in today's money, which is great still, right?
But at that point, I should be drawing out only like maybe 40 to 50,000 a year.
Well, let's just say it feels like 1.7 million in today's money. If you want to continue, let it to slightly continue grow and pass it on, you could take out $51,000 in today's money. And would you feel comfortable with $51,000
a year?
Easy. Yeah, if you were living on that now.
Yeah. So, now? Oh yeah.
Okay, because that's what it would be. Because we're basing this on today's money. With inflation, I mean, what, that'll be like 100 or something. I don't know.
That's still, I think, more than the national average, isn't it?
The median household income, I think, is around 60.
Yeah, but that's
you're an individual.
Right? Yeah.
I will say we know that like it's 48.5% of Americans with a job make $30,000 or less a year. Yeah. So yes, no, that's okay. Yeah. But it also depends on what your expenses are at that point. Yeah, if your home is paid off at that point, which eventually we want you to get into that. You know, there's a lot of variables, but what matters right now most is getting out of the very high interest bad debt as soon as possible and getting your emergency fund so you can start blasting retirement 20%, although it's have to be 30%, but a minimum 20% would be great.
One of the things I know I'm going to have to try to work on saving for is a car.
Yes.
This job, I'll blow through cars. So.
Now, your emergency fund can help with that. You can get like a $10,000 car in cash when that, breaks down, and then you want to pause everything for a second, go crazy, and build up that $10,000 to replenish. That is a method you can do, but
it's weird seeing it all laid out like this. It's very therapeutic and feels kind of nice, but
good.
It's weird because the last several times, usually I allocate $2,500 to work stuff and everything. So $2,500 for the month. I give myself for all my work expenses and my free fun spending. And so that left me with, I think, $1,500 to put to savings. If I said 8, right? So 2 to rent, 2 to all my bills. And then that leaves me with 2, 6, 4, $2,500 for paying stuff. And then it leaves me with 15 for savings or whatever. So 500 would go to family, so it leaves me 1,000 of extra money, which would be savings, whatever. emergency fund first. The reason I didn't make one first, still haven't, was in my mind, it makes more sense just to pay off my debts, get them out of the way.
So for that, remember, we're talking about paying. Oh, actually, one thing I did forget, and this could help. We're talking about paying off the high interest debt before you save up the emergency fund. With where your monthly expenses right now, you've already paid taxes for last year. Mm-hmm. I'd keep about $5,000 aside. Then of the other $6,000 you have, I would actually throw that at your debt. In this situation, probably gets cut by the whole entire situation, maybe 6 months, like in terms of saving up for the emergency. Well, no, because then you got to save it up again. Maybe it gets cut by about 3 or 4 months because you got to save up the emergency fund fully again. Yeah. To the, what did we say, 24,000? Yeah. So that's what I would do. Keep $5,000. It maintains your minimum monthly expenses for a month. Mm-hmm. I would also, as soon as it comes up, get health insurance, and I would start seeing a therapist. Yeah. In general, for everyone. Yeah, I agree. Like now.
I agree, but it's also so tough because
it's time, it's money, and it's hard to open up sometimes too.
No, it's not that. It's easy to talk, I think, about anything, but I think I have that issue where I don't feel like I need it, even though I know I need it. I just still feel like I've always handled everything alone. My sisters had each other. I've had no brother, just me. My parents had, they had each other to an extent. That's a whole other story. But it was always just me. So I always dealt with everything myself. Relationships, same thing. I don't know. I've always dealt with everything myself, and so seeing somebody else for that, it feels like it's unnecessary. Although it probably very much is what I really need. Like I won't know. It's just so hard because I've known I should go see a therapist for over several years, but especially over this last year, I've really thought about it. But it's always that nagging, like, do I really need this? What is really going to benefit me here? And I think I just need to bite the bullet.
That exact thought.
Maybe that's a bad analogy, but
that exact thought is probably what 95% of the people watching this video think. What people don't realize is just how much it actually benefits them. It's just like any other health, physical health, health, just getting checkups by a doctor every year, or getting a physical done, something like that, blood work, everything like that. It's just health. It doesn't have to be on a weekly basis. It can be bi-weekly. It can be even monthly. Probably bi-weekly would be best. I don't know. That's up to you and your therapist, depending on the person. They can definitely determine. This is really good for individuals, and I definitely recommend that. So this whole situation, if you do what we talked about, could last 13 months. It could last 10 months, depending if you use some of the money you have now and how hard you want to attack it. Okay. Some of what you said makes me a little nervous. I'll be completely honest, saying that you feel okay with this, but I think we've gotten to the point, it feels like to me, where you're acknowledging, okay, that's the percentages. This is what I could do in order to get to the situation that I want to get to. And I do have hope. I don't know where my confidence is, but we will check up in the future to see how it's going. But do you have any final thoughts?
One just final recap. Better to pay off the debts than emergency fund?
Then having
a small emergency fund and then pay off debts.
I think in your situation with where you are, I think if we cover all your minimum monthly expenses to survive for a month with the power of your income and being able to attack this all pretty quickly, that should be fine. It's going to change person to person, but that's what I think for your situation.
Okay.
Trust me, it's a little risky. Yeah. But the better you get out of the bad situation, the better.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Plus sales. Sales is all about you. As long as you are making money and bringing value to the company, I don't see your position getting downsized. It can happen to anyone and everyone, but as long as you are doing that and proving your value, and that value is compensated with commission, and we're seeing that you are doing well with your income, then I feel pretty okay about your situation in terms of the job and finances.
Out of like income. The 103 salesmen, I'm usually top 15. So
there you go.
Not doing too bad.
So kicking butt there. Yeah. So you said that was number one. Did you have others?
Not really.
Cool. Well, thanks for putting your situation on display. Other people might be able to relate to it. So I thank you, and hopefully they all thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
So for Tony, As is common practice here, Hammer Financial score is going to be less than I think his 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, you're starting to get on the better side of things. There's a lot of high interest bad debt here that should have been paid off. The emergency fund not fully funded and very far behind on retirement. And then, of course, we haven't even gotten into the conversation of owning real estate or anything like that, like a primary residence. So it is not going to be that high. Again, special thank you to him for coming on the show, and anyone who does come on the show. Love you all for putting your situation on display. For now, Hammer Financial score is going to be a 3 out of 10. Make sure to check out the resources in the description below, and don't forget to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Thanks.